And technically wearing Chad as a hat. There we go. I just know that, like, when I tested this game, the intro played immediately. So I wanted to make sure I was all up and running. Let me just...
Friends?
Ooh, that's loud. I'm sorry. Turn that back down. I'm so sorry. I had no idea how, like... Okay, how about now? Let's try...
Friends? We've only gone out together 3 times, and already you're telling me you just want to be friends?
Ah, classic.
You never gave me a chance, and for that, you'll fry like a pork sausage.
What?
It's not that I don't like you, it's just that, well, you're too nice a guy, I guess. I think I'd rather go out with someone more a bit unpredictable.
Okay. He's just,
Hello.
like, stroking his skull.
This doesn't look like the Lincoln Tunnel, Sam.
Looks to me like a marginally volatile hostage situation, Max.
Ooh, does this mean we get to kick some puffy white mad scientist butt?
I'm not used to Max having
Can't
this
think of a
accent.
reason not to.
You'll be of no use, freelance police. With the flip of a lever, my ungrateful lunch date will be reduced to a half cup of disoriented atomic matter.
What?
I knew he wasn't a real doctor.
Shall I confront, subdue, and pummel the suspected perpetrator, Sam?
Sick him up, little buddy.
Get him.
Ooh. Ow!
Hey, nice one.
Yikes!
Huh?
He's just not helping.
He's not a real guy, Sam. Can I keep his head for a souvenir? Why do you suppose it's ticking?
That's no head, Max. It's one damned ugly time bomb. Let's leave this criminal cesspool pronto.
Good idea, Sam. Maybe we can ditch the head somewhere while the credits are running. Mind if I drive?
Wait, are they just gonna leave her tied up?
Not if you don't mind me clawing at the dash and shrieking like a cheerleader.
Sam, is pronto a real word?
Goodbye, Sam and Max. I'll never forget all you've done here today.
The artwork is gorgeous. So she's just gonna stay there? Hit the road. She can untie herself, it's fine. Okay. Again, still doesn't compare to the Maniac Mansion opening credits. That song slaps. Ooh, 3D animation. In 1993. Hi, Skydesu! Bum, 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 bum. Quality assurance by Joe Captain Trips Ashburn. How's my aim? Call 1-800 Star Wars. Nice Day of the Tentacle reference there. Oh, he's playing bongos on the skull. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, that was a
Hi,
pleasantly
Gilio.
understated credit sequence.
I enjoyed the cheesy retro ambiance.
What the hell are you talking about, Max?
Sam, either termites are burrowing through my skull, or one of us is ticking.
Oops. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they haven't got rid of the head yet.
Max, where should I put this so it doesn't hurt anyone we know or care about?
Out the window, Sam. There's nothing but strangers out there.
I hope there was nobody on that bus.
Nobody we know, at least.
Oh, jeez. It's ringing.
Hello? Yes? Yes? Yes. No. Really? Well, the same to you, Mac.
Another confused census taker?
Actually, it was the commissioner with another idiotic and baffling assignment.
Does it involve wanton destruction?
I hope so.
We can only hope.
Yeah!
Due to the arbitrarily sensitive nature of the mission, we'll be meeting a bonded city courier out on the street.
Ooh, smells like a fiercely thickening plot.
Look at his feet. Okay. Ooh! Oh, this is my hand! Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm right-clicking. What is that? A use? Okay, that's walk. That's cute.
It's Max.
Oh, so if you can do... That's actually really smart. If you can use the action, it changes. That's really nice, actually.
My coat hanger antenna. I'm an electronics genius. This is pretty damn self-explanatory. It's Max's roach farm.
Ooh, a roach farm. Oh, is this the, Oh, okay, so this is our inventory. It's Murray the skull, right? He's in all the LucasArts game?
It's a black light.
Okay. How do I... Oh,
It's
okay.
Max.
It is Max. Okay. Okay.
Cash. Never leave home without it.
Alright, we got our cash money.
Yeah, we may need it to bribe slippery government officials.
The doll and the gun are a reference to a famous noir story about a gangster thinking his ventriloquism doll is a mafia boss. Huh. Flint paper.
So, you want a piece of me, huh? Well, take a piece of this. Brutal.
Oh.
But very true to life.
And here's one for your old man.
Definitely not the same voice actor. Oh. Oh, it's a smiley face.
I really respect Flint's business acumen.
Please, Sam, don't use the word acumen again.
What? Why?
Guess he had it coming to him.
Cumin? A cumin? No, vehicles will be stolen. Soiled office spaces.
I don't indiscriminately use people, except Max.
Bosco's guns,
love
liquor,
this
and baby
car.
needs.
You're a sick puppy, Sam.
Oh my god, the pigeons are drinking.
I can't pick that up.
Really bad food. Wait. Oh god, what was I supposed to be doing? How much can I walk around here? Look at this cat. Can I talk to them? I can talk to them.
Hey, cute little kitty with a mangled eye. How are you today?
Meow.
Is that all you can say?
Meow meow.
I guess he just slipped through the cracks of our public school system. Here, kitty, kitty.
Meow. Meow.
Sam, I really don't think we're going to get much out of this.
No, we are. Where am I supposed to? I completely forgot where I'm supposed to go. I'm so sorry. What do I? Maybe I...
Are you as confused as I am?
More so.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking hale and hearty, little buddy.
I'm a coffee achiever, Sam.
I've got something in my eye.
Oh, find your information on
Like
the
digging
street.
it out
Okay.
with a fork. That always works for me.
Oh, he's in. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was.
Well, that's all. Hey, I don't think Mr. Bosco's voluntarily giving away his money.
Oh, I'm real terrified. A dog and a rabbit. Ooh, scary.
Max, the smart-ass kid doesn't think we're scary. What do you think about that? That's telling him, little buddy.
What? Hi, Notluck.
I think that punk learned a valuable lesson, Sam.
Me too, Max. I didn't realize that the lower lip could stretch completely over the head. Amazing.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Vehicles
hope
will
the-
be stolen. No, really. I can't pick that up.
This is the only place I can walk here, right? Okay, so I have to go in the car. Yeah, I'll try to stop by if I can on Sunny's stream. What's to the left? Eh. Ah, I keep... Oh god. This is as far left as I can go. What is he doing?
Hey there, little fella.
You talking to me?
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Are you a cleverly disguised bonded city courier?
Maybe. Are you the freelance police?
Yes, but don't go blabbing it to everybody.
I think he's kind of cute, Sam. Can I make a tennis racket out of him?
Maybe later, Max. Right now, we've got a message from the commissioner to collect.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, no hairballs, please.
Sorry, guys. I swallowed your orders for safekeeping. But now I can't seem to hawk them back up.
Hey there, little fella.
So,
You talking to me?
do we need to...
Your head is disturbingly disproportionate to your body.
It's the vocal cords. You'd be amazed how much room they take up.
So we need to get something for him to cough up the orders? Greetings from the USA. Oh, I don't have to be nice?
I can't pick that up.
Oh.
I don't indiscriminately use people, except Max. I won't pick that kitten up. I don't know where he's been.
Oh, okay.
I just love to turn this guy inside out.
Oh, that gives me an idea.
Uh-oh. Okay. No.
According to these orders, something bizarre is happening at the carnival.
I thought that was the whole point.
Maybe we should check it out when we've got nothing better to do, like any time. It's our orders from the commissioner, telling us to hightail it down to the carnival.
Thinking about some puzzles or moon lodge. Okay. Alright, now we drive somewhere. Okay. Hall of Oddities, weird and creepy.
Tall nation and blimey. He ain't here.
So now what do we do?
Now we get in the bus and look for him, you idiot.
What accent is
I
that?
knew that. Get out of Mr. Bumpus' way, ye partially clad varmints.
Who was that?
I don't know, but if it weren't for the carefree innocence of this carnival, I'd be breaking his kneecaps.
You're a demonic little imp, Max.
Stop!
Hey, what's the holdup?
Sorry, boys, we are closed. I can't let you in. Insurance reasons, you know.
Who are those misanthropes at the gate?
Which misanthropes?
The short one with the bad hairpiece, and the tall one with the dark, flinty eyes.
Hey, I just work here. Anything else?
Let us in, Oleo Breath.
Nope.
Oleo?
I want a corn dog.
You'd better have a better reason than that if you expect me to let you in.
I'll be back.
I can hardly wait.
It's my little buddy. Ready? I'd better not. Max is highly flammable, if not downright explosive.
Okay,
Stop!
Oh, we just can't even get, like, in anywhere. What about this way?
Stop!
Whoa, okay.
Hall of Oddities.
Alright, so his breath is very strong. Did I read the note yet? It just says, oh.
I can't use these things together. Check
Thank
this
you.
out, Jack. We're the Freelance Police. Here's our authorization to be here.
Now let us in before we replace you with a cheap renewable fuel source.
Let me run this by the boss.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I guess you
no.
can go in. But be careful. Carnivals can be dangerous to your health. Ho, ho, ho.
Why is he French now?
That was needlessly cryptic.
I'd be peeing my pants if I wore any.
So is he just peeing? Insect
Everything
lad.
seems to be in order here.
Sam,
Sometimes you
look over
become
there.
French. Man or chicken dumpling?
How dare you call in the authorities without consulting me?
Well, I tried talking to you, but you were off wallowing in your own self-pity.
Yeah, but
The
It's them.
frozenest Bigfoot.
Hi, I'm Shep Cushman, and this is my brother Burl.
Shep Cushman?
Welcome to our carnival.
what's left of it?
I'm Sam. He's Max. We savagely protect the rights of innocents.
Ooh.
Even cruelly twisted ones such as yourself. Selves. Whatever.
Well, you sound like just the guys to solve our little problem. Walk this way.
Are we gonna have a walk this way joke? Okay, no, we aren't. Okay.
See this melted block of ice?
How could we miss it?
This used to be our main attraction.
Bruno.
Your main attraction was a block of ice?
Don't be dense.
Our main attraction was a genuine,
Authentic,
real life,
Bigfoot.
Whoa.
on ice.
Hey, let me get this straight.
You want us to go traipsing all over the country looking for a soggy Bigfoot?
I've never been traipsing before. Does it hurt?
But Bruno must be returned to us.
He's a brutish, ignorant beast with no sense of right or wrong.
Hey, who isn't?
Besides, he's kidnapped our second main attraction.
Is that the block of ice?
No, it's Trixie, the giraffe neck girl from Scranton.
Scranton. I know that
She
place.
disappeared at the same time Bruno did.
We can only assume that the monster took her when he made his escape.
I guess Max and I could search for your missing freaks, but we'll need free run of the carnival to look for clues.
Yeah, and free corn dogs, so we can uke all over ourselves.
No problem. Here's an all-day free pass.
Yay! Alright guys, we're just gonna goof off at the carnival, right?
Leave everything to us, and we'll have those abominations of nature back in your protective care before you can read the Koran.
Didn't he fight Godzilla?
What? That's Rodan. Okay.
It's a mange-ridden tuft of Bruno's Sasquatch hair.
All right, we got Sasquatch hair.
I think it would make a swell toupee for balding computer programmers.
Ooh.
Don't be stupid, Max.
Trixie.
It's the door to Trixie's trailer.
That sounds like a country western song, Sam.
I can't pick that up. I think the lock's already being used to keep me from entering that trailer.
Whack
It's a
a
wholesome
rat.
whack-a-rat game.
I get to play? This is great! Gaming peaked. This game is amazing. Okay, I'm done. Alright, you guys, pro gamer mode. Dang it. Oh, 36. Okay, I won. What did I win?
I won something.
Yay! What did I win? I'm trying. What did I win?
Hey, this crummy prize doesn't come with any light bulb.
But we have a black light.
It fits perfectly. It's a fishbowl magnifying lens.
Huh. Fishbowl.
My head's
mag-
already shaped like a fishbowl.
Okay. The cone of tragedy.
Excuse us. We need some help, and although you seem dangerously unequipped brain-wise, we've come to you for advice.
Rude.
Huh?
What do you know about Bruno the Bigfoot?
Who wants to know?
Me, please.
We're the Freelance Police, and we're in a race against time.
And we're barefoot.
All I know about Bruno is what the Cushmans tell me.
Well, that was useless.
You might want to try the Tunnel of Love, though. Rumor has it that one of Bruno's buddies hangs out in there.
Ooh, let's go, Sam.
Oh, hush. Do you have any idea
I
what
wanna know
happened
the
to
Tunnel of Love.
Trixie?
Trixie, the giraffe girl from Scranton?
Yeah.
No, Trixie the talkative poodle.
Okay.
She's my best customer. She used to ride the Cone of Tragedy for hours on end. I loved the way her neck used to whip back and forth when I cranked it up to full speed.
Your sadism is a credit to your profession. Me and my partner want to ride the Cone of Tragedy.
How do you ride the Cone of
That's right.
Tragedy?
We've lost our will to live.
I'm not supposed to, but what the heck? You two look like a couple of caring, non-litigious mammals.
Yep.
Strap
Very
yourselves in,
non-litigious.
and I'll turn on the cone.
Guys, you get to ride the Cone of Tragedy. Whoa, okay. Whoa! Oh, that'd be so painful. Okay, that'd be really painful. Probably great for your back. It's a good thing they're cartoons, yeah.
Ooh, I feel tragically empty.
Me too. It's as though an integral part of my essence has been ripped from my being.
Let's do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe later, chum.
Aww.
Hey, what happened to my carefully collected box of useless junk?
It all fell out.
Will you help me?
It all fell out,
Depends.
everything we collected.
What do you want?
Where'd all my cool junk go?
It must have fallen out of your coat while you were on the ride. Here's a claim ticket. Take it to the Lost and Found.
Okay, so we need to find the Lost and Found to get our stuff back. Let's go this way. There it is! Litigation go burr.
Holy cripes on toast.
Nothing personal, but you're the single ugliest thing we've ever seen.
Well, there was that computer game developers conference.
Wow, rude.
Have you lost something?
I've lost a whole bunch of neat junk. You must have been gifted with psychic powers to make up for your obvious physical shortcomings.
Bad deal.
Oh my god,
Have
there's
you
so
got a claim ticket?
Sure.
Wait here while I search through the back room. Well, here's all the stuff we've collected off the Cone of Tragedy today. It's all yours.
Yay!
I feel whole again.
Oh. What is this?
It's a powerful refrigerator magnet that says World of Fish on its side.
Okay.
I wonder how that got in there.
Oh, that's really neat. Oh, it's supposed to be the Tunnel of Love. I don't like the angels and the devils.
Want to ride the Tunnel of Love?
Yeah.
Yippee!
Yay! Bum, 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 bum. Oh, hold on, I can... Corn dogs. Janitor.
It's my little buddy. Ready? That's probably a good idea. I should have tried it sooner.
Oh, okay. What is happening? How is this romantic? You can smoke the bats! Well, I figured we were...
Well, that
He's
was
small. I don't know,
My
and we
little
were holding the
body's covered with
flashlight.
swan pimples.
Did you see Adam and Eve? That was romantic. Yeah, it was very romantic.
Want to ride the Tunnel of Love again?
Why not?
Smooch, smooch, smooch. Yeah, we got Adam and Eve and the snake. We've got the creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, I thought he was just gonna go and get it. I didn't think... Oh, he's trying to get the gun! Oh no!
I can't talk to that. I can't talk to that. Just another random acts of violence. Just another random acts of violence.
Can we go
I
through
can't walk through this door. It's not real. This is a completely unusable thingamabob. Get off of there, Max.
Why?
Check this out.
I'll never shave again.
You never did.
What? Okay. Alright. Okay.
This looks like the Tunnel of Love reset switch.
Just like at the bowling alley.
What? Who's
Couch
this
is
fellow?
Spudus in his native habitat.
Couch potato.
Who are you?
I'm Doug, the mole man. Who are you?
I'm Sam. He's Max. We fight crime.
And we like long walks along the beach. What do you want from me?
Do you know anything about Bruno the Sasquatch?
Bruno the Sasquatch? Why, the stories I could tell you. Stop him, Sam. He's gonna tell us a story. I first met Bruno 25 years ago in Saigon.
Several hours later.
And then there was the time we all had our taxes done by a platypus. And Shut up. For God's sake, just shut up.
Look, we just want to know where Bruno is now.
Gee, I have no idea where he went. Maybe you should talk to my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yeah, my Uncle Shavul. He's really into Bigfoots. When I was a kid, he used to tell me stories about giant Bigfoot parties, where all the Bigfoots of the world would get together and dance Bigfoot dances, and...
Ooh.
That's great, kid. Where can we find your uncle?
Hi, Tia.
I don't know. He disappeared a short time after he helped build the largest ball of twine on Earth. I think I may weep openly.
More
Look,
places to visit.
you two seem trustworthy.
Oh, we are.
Yes, you can trust us as far as we can throw you. So if you bring me some pecan-flavored candy, I'll give you my key to Trixie's trailer. I'll also tell you a big secret about how Bruno escaped.
Oh, we get him candy.
Why not tell us now?
Ooh.
Because I'm hungry.
I think that's all for now.
Fine. You can find your own way out.
I can't... There. That should get things running again. I can't use these things to...
Okay, that's how we get out. Okay. How do we get out of here? Oh, that's how we... So we get out. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so we gotta get candy to get the key. We got 2 new locations.
If Max spontaneously grew antlers, he still wouldn't be this ugly.
Ooh, rude. What is this supposed to... Schnuckies? Is this like a Shoney's?
It's one of those jumbo-size, all-you-can-drink Snuckies cups.
Schnuckies. Schnucky Ducky.
It's almost as big as my head.
Ba-bum-bum. Grenades? Yeah, Shoney's more of a restaurant, but I feel like that's what... I don't know, I'm getting Shoney's vibes.
It's a shelf full of Snuckies crap. It's
Sam,
Max.
Sam and Max stuff.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's a carousel of bootleg
Oh,
Sam and Max portable car
Stockies.
bomb games.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's a shelf full of Snuckies crap.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Do I...
Genuine Native American drums, manufactured by genuine Native Koreans.
Oh no!
It's a box of pecan-flavored candies.
Okay. Wait, it's a bomb?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's the portable car bomb game.
Oh, okay.
Are you in charge here?
Don't I wish? I'd have to go to Snucky U for another 6 years before I could run this place. But enough about me. What can I do for you?
My little buddy has to use the facilities.
Bathroom?
Facilities be damned. I need a bathroom.
They're in the back. Here's the key.
There's an awfully big rasp attached to that keychain.
Out of toilet paper?
Nah, we just had problems with thugs stealing our restroom keys. They're the cleanest in 9 counties.
The keys?
The restrooms.
You need some help, little buddy?
I think I can handle this myself, Sam.
Now, anything else I can do for you?
Do you know anything about Bigfoots?
I didn't...
Only what I read in the Weekly International Evening Inquirer Star. Anything else?
I'd like to buy this.
Do you have any money?
Of course I do. Here.
Will that be all for you today?
I'll also take these disgusting pecan treats.
Okay, I'm buying everything.
Anything else?
Nothing.
You have no idea how often I hear that.
Alright, so this is telling me that I think I have to do something with him while he's in the bathroom.
Here's your key.
The game is deliberately, hold on, being like, oh, look at the timing.
I thought I'd have something to say to you, but my mind's like a sieve.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, we'll...
Whoa! I can't pick that up.
Hi, Raby! Hi! Thank you for the raid! Thank you, Floofy Femboy. Oh, man. Yo, yeah, house flipper. How was that? How did you flip the houses? How are the houses flipping? How did you flip them good? Bum 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 bum. Oh, he started off with an awful frame rate. Hi everyone, hi raiders. I'm Kalmia, the cozy cottagecore owl mom. We're playing Sam and Max Hit the Road, a point-and-click adventure game, originally from 1993.
Want to ride the Tunnel of Love again?
And we're riding the Tunnel of Love.
Why not?
Oh, okay, I don't need to repeat what I did to get in.
I hate pecan-flavored candies.
Okay, he wanted these candies. Give.
Here, I thought you might like some candy.
thanks. Pecan's my favorite. Hey, you're all right. Take this key as a token of my appreciation.
Oh, I can't reach. Oh, okay, you can. Wait, the key is a crowbar?
Wow, this is some key.
It's
Okay,
just a
Sam, let's get the
crowbar.
hell out of here. Wait, I've got a great story you should hear.
No more stories. No more stories.
Keep it short, kid. My partner's got a low tolerance for long stories.
Well, it all started the day before today. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh.
It's not
Oh,
widely
okay.
known, but Trixie had fallen in love with Bruno. Every night, she'd sneak into the freak show tent and read to him what she imagined to be his favorite bedtime stories.
Okay. Oh, this is Trixie the giraffe neck woman from Scranton. And that's Bruno the frozen
She seemed
Bigfoot.
as happy as a self-mutilated parody of nature could be.
Aww, but
But she
also
could never truly be happy until her beloved Bruno was free.
Oh, sad cake.
Finally, she decided to do something about Bruno's predicament. She begged Flambe, the fire breather, to free the Bigfoot from his icy cage.
Flambe.
Flambe took pity on poor Trixie and liberated Bruno. And the happy couple haven't been seen since. Hell of a story, ain't it?
Okay. Walk. Alright, so we have Trixie's key now. So we'll go this way. Bum 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 bum.
Hey, Max, come here.
What?
Watch this. Well, this is undignified.
Oh boy!
Oh, that's a cute little... Yay! Oh, she's got a cute little room.
It's a big closet.
Trixie's a big girl.
I can't pick that up. It's a scorecard from the Gator Golf Emporium in Roomy Eyes, Florida.
Do we edit them out? Yeah!
Hey, there's a neat costume in here.
What is the costume of?
It's a stilt walker's costume.
Oh, a stilt walker. Oh, so we could be tall? Maybe impersonate a Bigfoot?
Ooh, they're genuine Scrantonese potions of fertility.
What? Okay.
Let's take them.
I don't think we should risk being any more fertile than we already are, Max.
Okay.
It's
That's
a
just the
big closet.
Okay. I think that's...
Trixie's a big girl.
I think
That's
everything.
a disquietingly tall bed.
How can you say disquietingly with a straight face, Sam?
This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
And that was everything, right? So we've got a fish magnet. Got a pass. We got some Bigfoot hair.
It's a Verschlugener magnifying lens.
A Verschlugener. Hi, Gamori Mojo. They're doing great, and apparently very fertile, the game told me. So I don't know how I feel about that. Verschlagner. Alright, we'll save. Trailer. Got it.
He looks delicious.
Manor chicken dumpling.
Hi.
Ah.
How Kafkaesque.
Ha.
Hi.
Thank you for stopping by.
So this is what happens to unsuccessful third-party presidential candidates. I can't pick that up.
Okay. What?
Jesse James' severed hand. And it's still twitching.
What?
I can't pick that up.
Oh, I must walk. Okay, so
Bye.
I can't ask him anything about what we just heard from the story. Is every Schnuckies the same? Oh, this one's a crawdad because it's down south. Oh, that's great.
I can't talk.
Oh, and this one's donuts because it's okay, but it's the same. Oh, and he's different.
Are you in charge here?
Don't I wish? I'd have to go to Snucky U for another 6 years before I could run this place. But enough about me. What can I do for you?
Oh, we need all the merch. Okay.
Nothing.
You have no idea how often I hear that.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Are you in charge here?
Oh, I already asked that.
Don't I wish? I'd have to go to Snucky U for another 6 years before I could run this place. But enough about me. What can I do for you?
Okay.
I'd like to buy this.
Do you have any money?
Oh, is it a paint by numbers game? Oh, it's paint by
I do.
numbers.
Here.
Will that be all for you today?
That'll be all.
Anything else?
My little buddy has to use the facilities.
Here's the key.
You need some help, little buddy?
I think I can handle this myself, Sam.
Now, anything else I can do for you?
Nothing.
You have no idea how often I hear that.
Okay, so I think the game puts a lot of importance on Max getting that key. So I think we also need it.
Max! Are you as confused as I am?
More so.
I think we should keep the rasp.
Yeah!
You're probably right. No one deserves to use restrooms that clean.
Alright, so we kept it.
Want to do some painting, Max?
You know us lagomorphs are colorblind, Sam.
That's weird. So am I. Why is this game called Car Bomb, anyway?
To avoid getting the pantsuit off us.
But you don't wear any pants.
Don't remind me.
Okay.
Well, that's all.
Let's go check out some of the new areas we unlocked. Ah! Let me drop my phone. Ah! Alright. We'll do ball of twine. World's largest ball of twine. That's really big. Fish heads? Okay.
Fun facts about the world's largest ball of twine. If laid out from end to end, the ball would stretch from here to the far side of Jupiter. Also, scientists theorize that by 2053, the sheer weight of the ball will push the Earth out of its orbit.
Uh-oh.
Propelling our planet on a collision course with the sun.
It's worth it, though, for the world.
Good thing my life expectancy is only 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Way to take the short view, little buddy. Do you work here?
Yep, have been for 40 years.
Wow.
So how can I help you?
40 years. It's a lot.
What's with all the fish guts flying past the window?
Those are leftovers from our last fish delivery. Our famous rotating restaurant has fresh fish flown in every day from the world of fish in Mosquitoeville, Missouri.
Missouri.
This ball isn't really made from a continuous piece of twine, is it?
Yep, it's the longest piece of twine in the world by 92 yards.
That's pretty good. Okay.
You haven't seen an 8-foot-tall woodland creature answering to the name of Bruno around here, have you?
Are you talking about Bruno the Bigfoot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
He
yes.
and a bunch of other Bigfoots helped build the ball of twine back in '56. Why, the stories I could tell.
Please.
No!
Oh, no. Okay, we don't want
I've heard
stories.
enough stories today. Have you seen Bruno recently?
I haven't seen Bruno in 30 or so years. Is he in trouble?
That depends on your definition.
I like to use the one that involves spiny echidnae.
What?
Well, is there anything else I can help you with?
Alright, I guess that's everything we can ask.
That'll be all for now.
The idle animations are so cute with
It's a 1/200,000 scale model of the actual ball of twine.
And it's only 1/200,000 as stupid as the actual ball of twine.
That's so... I like the art in this one. They did a really good job with it. Oh, that must be one of the 3D? Oh. They must have done that in 3D, but then like kind of colored it with pixels. That's interesting. It's an interesting way of doing it.
Shake a leg, Max.
That's really cool.
Hey, look!
Yeah, chef.
That's one long loose end.
Too bad we can't reach it from this side of the deck. You always need a large piece of string in games like this.
You do. Okay.
It's a conveniently located pair of mounted binoculars. These exposed wires look like they're part of the restaurant control mechanism.
Good. Good to be exposed. That's definitely up to code.
They look like overcooked pasta to me, Sam.
Hello, fella.
What you doing?
Using
I don't like
my
the eyebrows.
telekinetic powers to bend my tools.
Why?
To help me fix the rotating mechanism on this diner.
Well, that makes sense. What are these malformed tools good for?
Lots of things, like scratching those hard-to-reach places.
Every place is hard for me to reach.
Would you like a free sample?
Sure.
Let me make one for you. It's all yours.
Thanks.
Remember when like bending spoons was a big deal?
Well, bye.
Okay, so we can't... Do we have to get the restaurant rotating to get to that thing now?
I can't use these things together.
That was really neat. It's like a neat way of doing it. I've been, like, there's, the elevator's in the middle and wouldn't rotate it? Okay. I can pick up this fish feed. Mmm. World O fish.
I hear a distant rumbling.
You should have thought of that before we left.
Pogfish. Ooh, a helicopter. Okay, we're watching a kidnapping? Oh no, they're taking the fish. Okay. Alright, I think we got a bucket of fish.
It's a bucket of fish.
Ah, we're such good detectives.
Actually, Sam, it's a slimy bucket of fish. I wonder if this will in any way shape our thoughts on today's lunch.
Oh, we have a bucket of fish. We could deliver to the restaurant and get to that side of the restaurant maybe. Oh, all he does is fish. Pogfish.
That's a large fiberglass fish. I can't talk to that. What's going on here?
What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I'm risking pneumonia standing in this creek. That's what's going on.
What's the deal with that helicopter?
That helicopter is the bane of my existence. Every time I catch enough fish to fill a net, the helicopter swoops down and carries the fish to the Ball of Twine Diner in Central Dis, Minnesota.
Oh, what?
How sad.
I know. It's like being stuck in a Norman Mailer novel.
I don't know who Norman Mailer is, but I feel like that's a funny joke.
Don't move. It's still a large fiberglass fish. Wretched refuse on a teeming shore. It's still a large fiberglass fish.
We can play all the games? Can we say we have a delivery for the fish?
I can't pick that up. It's still a large fiberglass fish.
Okay. Max.
It's my little buddy. Hey, Max, come here.
Yeah.
Geronimo!
You were right, we can play the games. It's like Kid Picks. Oh, the sound effects are great. Oh my gosh. Are we? Yeah. I'm an artist. Oh, this is so cool. What is happening? Oh no, there's still a little bit of okay, no. Oh! Wax me? Oh, like wash me? Okay, that's good. Ah. I think what you created here is the only painting that can be objectively called art. I did it. I did it. I want it. What's the other one? It was the car bomb game? Yeah. Oh, it's Battleship?
Finish setting up your half of the board, doofus.
Oh my god. This is amazing.
Finish setting up your half of the board, doofus. Finish setting up your half of the board, doofus. Whenever you're ready, take a shot.
Oh, 3AB, are you still here? We keep playing Battleship.
Miss.
Miss.
Oh my goodness.
Miss.
Oh, I can use these?
Miss.
Miss. Miss. Miss. Miss.
Whoa.
Miss. 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 Miss.
Miss. Oh, okay. I wasted it.
Miss.
Miss.
Oh my god,
Miss.
we're playing Battleship.
Hit.
Miss.
Okay, we got one.
Hit.
Miss.
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 This is great.
Hit.
It's also horrifically violent. I don't know how I
Miss.
feel about that.
Hit.
You killed my hearse.
I got the hearse.
Miss.
Miss. Miss. Miss. Hit. Hit.
You torched my taxi.
Oh, I got the taxi.
Miss. 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 Miss.
Cars can't be
Miss.
next to each other in this variation. Okay.
Miss.
Well, at least this is
Miss.
Battleship, but with only one screen, because Space Quest 5 had 3, and that took a while.
Miss.
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 The sound effects are great, but also horrifying.
Miss.
Miss.
He hasn't gotten a single one, though. I must be very good at this game.
Miss.
Trampoline.
Miss.
Oh,
Go
that's...
again, you knucklehead.
That's cool.
Hit.
The trampoline is a cool feature.
Miss.
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 Hit.
No, my trailer. No.
Miss.
Miss.
Okay.
Miss.
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 Pew, pew, pew,
Hit.
pew. No.
Lord, I'm tired of this drivel.
Oh, I canceled it. Okay, we'll do that later. Sorry.
It's a Verschlegener magnifying. I can't use these things together. It's a rasp. I can't use these things together.
All right. Oh. Oh, those are intense pants.
That did the trick.
Oh, because it was squeaky. Oh, okay.
It's kind of wobbly in here. I can't use the... Hey, Max, come here.
Oh, but do we loosen it? Oh, no, are we gonna...
Here I come.
Oh, are we gonna go down the river? Bah.
One must admire the skill with which the wily uber trout stalks its prey.
This is one of the 10 most liberating experiences of my life, Sam.
This is great.
Holy mackerel. I'm a trout, stupid. Holy trout. I'd always thought you were made of plaster.
Oh my god, did we kill him? The uber trout.
Now what do we do, Sam?
I'm thinking. What's that noise?
It sounds like you do when you've eaten too much Thai food, Sam.
Oh, okay. Ah. Holy mackerel, I'm a trout, stupid. That's pretty good. Whee! I really like how they did the 3D. Big trout, big trout, big trout. Bonk. Oh no, chef.
I told you I had a plan. I can't reach it from here.
Oh, but what if I use my good friend?
Hey, Max, I've got another plan.
Yeah!
I think I liked you better when you were clueless.
Shut up and climb over the rail. See? That wasn't so bad.
Okay, so they...
What are you two doing out here?
It's a big knife.
Any more bright ideas?
Let's
Big
start
knife.
crying like babies.
Galileo was wrong.
I don't think we were in a vacuum, Max.
Hey, how will we get our car back?
Wait
oh,
for it.
Oh, that's funny. Just don't even explain it, it just appears. That works, that works. Did we get the string?
It's 91 yards of twine.
Oh, so they only beat the record. Oh, yeah, they were only beating the record by 92 yards. Now they're only beating by a single yard. We haven't met the Sasquatch yet. We were a big fish, and we got some twine. Oh, it's so cute. Let me save. Golf. Dunk the beast.
What is it?
It looks like a couple of snakes.
Everything looks like a couple of snakes to you.
What is that?
It's a broken golf ball retriever.
Oh. Okay.
He's repulsive, but I can't take my eyes off of him. Not that I care, but what made you think of putting alligators and golf together?
Florida.
I didn't. Fact is, this place used to be a miniature golf course. Then, back in '89, the swamp flooded the whole shooting match, windmills and all. Next thing I knew, I had a half-submerged miniature golf course crawling with 10-foot-long gators.
So Florida. Yeah, so just Florida.
I hate when that happens.
Tell me about it. So I turned the golf course into a driving range.
So what kind of handicap does your average Bigfoot have?
Bigfoots? Don't get me started about Bigfoots. I used to have a Bigfoot. He was my star attraction.
I'm beginning to sense a theme here.
I kept him fed and sheltered, and how does he repay me?
In 10s and 20s?
No, he ran away.
Did he have help?
Well, someone must have given him that there acetylene torch to cut through his protective ankle wear.
Okay. So he was up in chains.
Protective ankle wear?
Okay, shackles.
Oh.
Don't you ever leave here?
Only to feed the gators.
When's feeding time?
Whenever there's food in front of them.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Don't go anywhere.
Where would I go?
Gator golf.
Max, let's go.
And the proprietor has no idea what happened to his Bigfoot?
That's what he said, Mr. Bumpus.
I don't know what that means.
You know, Lee Harvey, I'm beginning to think that vast unseen forces are aligned against my quest for a Bigfoot.
Ditto.
Ditto? Hey, look it! It's those two, what was that word, Sam?
Is that like a
misanthropes?
Lee Harvey Oswald jokes?
Yeah, misanthropes. What are you, anyway, the president of the hair club for short people?
This is Mr. Conroy Bumpus, famed country and western star. I'd suggest you show him some respect.
Yeah, well, he looks like a lounge lizard to me. And I'll bet his scalp itches from that bad rug. Maybe you should watch yourself, little furball. Yeah, well, I've got more hair on my fuzzy little butt than you do on that hollow country head of yours. Okay, I've had enough. Nobody makes fun of my hair.
Uh-oh. Yeah, fight next to the alligators. That's good.
Hold still, you flea-bitten polecat.
Get him.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, he's gonna putt me. Oh, it's beautiful. Whee!
What a jerk. It's a nice 5-iron, though.
4.
Okay. Oh, we're terrible at golf, aren't we? Yep. We're not gonna hit him at all, are we? Oh. Okay, I can hit the goal. It's like the Winnie the Pooh game.
Hey! I'm scared, Sam.
Okay, so I don't want to hit... I don't want to hit it? Can I... What if I aim for like a gator? This is neat.
Nice alligators. Do you like roaches?
Oh, wait. Hold on. That's a bucket of balls, and we have a bucket of fish. And they're hungry whenever they're fed. I feel like it's way harder to hit a fish than a... That's pretty good aim. Okay.
Nice alligators. Do you like roaches?
So they're gonna eat and then walk forward a little bit. Okay. Think we have to make a path for Sam to get back? This is cool. This is really cool. All right, let's see how far can we go now.
Hey, little buddy.
What?
Well, that's all.
So how do I jump?
Nice alligators. Do you like roaches?
So...
I don't think he'd...
Yeah, can't dunk me.
So how do we get him out?
Yeah, can't dunk me.
Maybe I haven't done the path right?
I hate country music.
So how do we get around? We're supposed to position them some way. Okay. That looks like it could be a path. No, that one went too far. Try there. Thank goodness this has a lot of fish in it. Okay. Oh, that wasn't it. I feel like this is the one that's not right. What the crocodilio?
Hey, you've made a path across the driving range.
Yay! Yes. Okay. Bop, 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 bop.
Geez, that certainly took long enough.
Thanks.
Shut up, Max. I hate that game.
Is that because you're a lousy golfer?
You're an irritable bunny today, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Very irritable.
Yeah, well, why don't you try sitting in this smelly booth while I beat the hell out of helpless fish?
Oh.
Maybe I should just leave you there.
Did I mention what a lousy golfer you were?
Ew.
Whee!
That water's gross.
I can't pick that up.
Ooh.
Hey, Sam.
What's that?
Hey, what?
I found another sample of Sasquatch fur and mange in the booth, while I spent my young life waiting, just sitting there, in that horrible booth, waiting.
Jeez, Max, get over it.
Okay. Here, you carry it.
I'd better. I'm not sure where you'd put it.
He doesn't have pants.
That's none of your business, Sam.
What is this?
It's a snow globe from the Mystery Vortex in scenic Gullwump, Washington.
New location. Ooh.
Let me see.
Take a look.
Too bad it's empty or we could shake it.
Like this?
Oh,
Yeah.
very, very high-tech animation.
What's that writing on the bottom of the globe?
To Elmo the Bigfoot. Keep on truckin'. Shavul the Mole Man.
Hey, maybe Shavul's at the Mystery Vortex. Let's go there before I'm distracted by something.
That's how I feel.
I don't think he'd want that.
All right, who would want this? Who would want a severed hand? Oh, we can still go. We haven't gone to one more rest stop. We'll do that. Oh, it's a cactus.
I can't pick that up. This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
Oh, it's open. Okay. Dress up game? And it's a corn dog!
I'd like to buy this.
Do you have any money?
Yes.
Of course I do.
Mhm.
Here.
Will that be all for you today?
That'll be all. Excuse me. Excuse me.
That's a good voice acting. It's quality voice acting. Man, we got a lot of stuff.
Hey, can you open this for me?
Sure. Ain't a jar made I can't open.
Okay.
Jesse James' severed hand.
What?
And it's still twitching.
Ew. Oh, hold on. My phone. My face tracking phone isn't plugged in. Hold on. I'll be back in a second. Kind of need that to work. So we have a severed hand, a snow globe with snow in it, a dress-up game. Oh, let's play the dress-up game. Oh, this is weird. Oh my gosh. LeChuck's Pizza. Sorry, that's Monkey Island, right? Oh. Oh my god, he could be a dead groom? Why would you do that? A holy hand grenade? We'll have him be a Pope Doctor. Yeah, Pope Doctor. And then Sam will be, or Max. Pope Doctor. Oh, he had a horrific Matador incident. Yeah. This is fun. Wait, how do I leave? There we go. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So we have a severed hand. Okay.
It's a broken golf ball retriever with a severed hand attached to it.
Good.
I can't use these things. It's a broken golf ball retriever with a magnet attached to it.
Okay. All normal things that human beings need. Let's check out the missing vortex.
Sam, this place is making my head ping.
That's probably just the metal plate in your head.
Whoa. Ooh.
Who knows what makes these inanimate objects dance their infernal jitterbug?
I do. I think they're controlled by a series of really big magnets under the Earth's crust.
You're an ignorant dolt, Max.
Mystery vortex. I did not lose face power. I was about to lose face power. Quack. Oh, we got...
It's a player piano.
Max got all weird. Why is he shrinking and growing?
It's a little door. It's a small door.
Okay. The mirror dimension.
That's a mirror.
Whoa. Okay.
I told you this place was controlled by giant magnets buried under the Earth's crust.
Lucky guess. It's a big magnet. I can't pick that up.
So it can be red. It's... Oh, hold on. Wait.
I can't pick that up.
So it changes the color of the room and magnet stuff? So, alright. I don't know, they're all on. I'm tiny!
I can't reach the doorknob. I can't reach the doorknob.
Okay, so they're making me big or small?
I'd never fit through it.
So I'm too big to enter these doors, I'm too small to enter the other ones.
I'd never fit through it.
Bum 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 bum. Okay.
I can't pick that up. This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
Yipes.
Gravity's taken a
Okay.
holiday and lost its luggage.
That's not what I'm about to lose. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Throw down.
Whatever.
Can I talk to this lady? Yeah.
Stove gib tuol ba wonk oi odd taw.
I'm upside down, cutie, not dyslexic.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm looking for a Bigfoot.
You too? I used to have a Bigfoot in that block of ice over there. Yesterday, I stepped out to have my spine recompressed, and when I got back, he was gone.
Spine recompressed? Oh, I guess because if you hang upside down all day.
Spine recompression.
Cool.
Cool.
Do you know who Conroy Bumpus is?
Yes, and he was here looking for a Bigfoot. Then he got sick and had to leave.
This place seems to have that effect on people.
Oh, there's hair.
We'll be back.
Back, front, it's all the same to me.
This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
Mini vortex. Okay. So I think so we have a red door, yellow, orange. Yeah, there's two red doors. Let's just try yellow and red.
I can't pick that up.
So... This one's red. So the room is red, so we'll see what that does. Oh, so now I'm the right size for. Okay, I don't like that noise.
It's a forest of shoe trees.
I'm afraid, Sam. Let's get out of here.
Okay, so I can go to that red door. Can I go to the other one? I'm so tiny. I don't want to be tiny. Will I be normal sized? I will.
It's a forest of shoe trees.
Okay.
I'm afraid, Sam. Let's get out of here.
So if the room is red, we can get into the red doors. Okay, so we have red on, so let's turn that off. Oh wait, there was an orange one. Let's try. That's red and that's yellow makes orange. Let's see if that does it. Magnets, how do they work? I don't know how magnets work. This game also isn't teaching me. Am I tiny? Yay, I'm tiny enough to get in the door. A bird ate your phone and then flew away. Okay.
Who are you? I'm Sam. He's Max. We bust punks.
And we're overachievers.
That's cool, man. I'm Shavul. What do you want with me?
Hey, Sam, look! Well, this bottled water is a real letdown.
Okay.
We need your help.
Help is my middle name. Or maybe it's Star Child.
What?
What do you know about Bruno?
Bruno the Bigfoot?
Mm-hmm.
Why do people keep asking that question?
Bruno and I go way back. I've always felt a special kinship with Bigfoots.
I feel the same way about pointy sticks.
Shh. I haven't thought about Bruno for years. Allow me a moment to karmically link myself to him.
What?
If you must.
What does that even mean?
Hold on, I'm getting something. I see Frog Rock between the eternal plain of acid rain and the enchanted Argyle forest. Wait, man, Bruno's in trouble. It's like several voices screaming out in terror, and then suddenly silenced. Sorry, guys, but I can't get a clear psychic image of Bruno. The sad truth is that I haven't been able to concentrate very well since I lost my mood ring in the biggest ball of twine in the world.
I know where that is.
If you find it for me, maybe I can help you.
Alright, we know where that is.
Well, I guess that's all for now.
Make yourself at home.
You two don't karma link yourself in public. Yeah. So he lost his mood ring in the ball of twine. If you got that, yeah, basically.
How much are they paying you anyway?
I'm a volunteer, but they let me sleep here and I get all the twine I can eat.
Mmm.
So how can I help you?
What would you do if someone cut off, say, 94 yards of the ball?
We'd shoot 'em, skin 'em, and sell 'em as jerky treats.
Uh-huh.
Has Conroy Bumpus passed through here?
Who's that?
He's a country western star gone berserk with power.
Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't know him if I saw him. I don't get out much.
Okay, so we can't
That'll
ask
be
him.
all for now.
We can't ask him about the mood ring. Where would it be? Or would it be like in there? Bum 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 bum. Okay, come on. Let's walk faster a little bit, please.
I can't cut off a piece of twine in the middle. That would destroy its status as the biggest ball of twine in the world.
We have this weird thing. Okay.
That was wholesome.
Not to mention physically improbable.
Yep. Yeah. Alright, we got the mood ring. And back. Ba bum bum ba bum bum. Ba bum bum ba 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 bum bow bow. We're walking slowly to the car now. Okay, so we have his mood ring. Ooh. He was in this one, right? Yep, he was in this one.
You're back.
And we're bigger than a bread box.
3 bread boxes even.
What do you want now?
Is this your ring?
Cool, man. Have you found Frog Rock yet?
No.
No, but I don't see how finding it's going to get me any closer to finding Bruno.
Finding Frog Rock's only the beginning, man. Once you're at Frog Rock, you'll need some samples.
Samples?
Yeah, man. Bigfoot samples.
We have those.
You know, fur and stuff. 3 of them. Smear them all over Frog Rock.
Ew.
Put the fur on the rock. Got it. Let's go, Max.
Wait. You'll also need some Mystic Mole Man powder.
Yup.
You must be joking.
No joke, man. Here, I'll get you some. Here you go. Sprinkle this Mystic Mole Man powder over the fur when you've smeared it all over Frog Rock.
Tasty.
What'll happen then?
Something wonderful.
Thanks. Let's go,
Okay.
Max.
Alright, you hippie.
Are you as confused as I am?
More so.
Rasp, rasp, rasp.
You're losing it, Sam.
Okay. I like how this is floating in front of our UI. I
Well,
don't know if that's
that's
on
all.
purpose. Okay. Oh, wait, no, we want to go here. I like this music.
Shake a leg, Max.
Ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Actually, hold on. Let me look up if 1-800 Star Wars is like a real... Wait, no, it's not a real number. It's too many letters. Oh! Oh no, that was a... Okay, sorry. I was looking up 1-800 Star Wars. Okay. Bird! Oh, 1-800 Jedi used to be the official hint line. Oh, that's funny.
Now I can control the speed and direction of the diner via these mounted binoculars.
That's cool.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That's what makes it so great, though.
Maybe not.
It's a conveniently located pair of mounted binoculars. I could be looking right at Frog Rock, but everything's too tiny.
But we have a magnifying glass. This one.
Okay, I've lodged the magnifying lens in front of the mounted binoculars.
Tire fire. Mystic pools. Am I supposed to be clicking something? I'm not doing anything. Is that supposed to be?
I'd better stop the rotation when I think I've got it.
Oh. How do I stop the rotation? I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to control... Oh!
It's a rock. Mount Badrich. It's a rock.
Okay, I just have to get used to the... what were the... Ah, jeez. Okay, you have to like right... If you left click, it goes left. If you right click, it goes right. Okay, it's just... Sorry, my brain hurts because of this.
It's a rock.
But is it my rock?
That's the Enchanted Argyle Forest.
Okay.
That's the Enchanted Argyle Forest. It's a rock. And it's between the two things Shavul said it was between. It must be Frog Rock.
What is it between? So it's the Argyle Forest and...
Why, it's the eternal plane of acid rain.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought he was just being like a hippie.
I think I can see Frog Rock.
And he was just saying things to me.
I've got to use this elevator.
Thank you, game. Ba-bum, ba-bum. We're gonna watch the tram go. Okay, to Frog Rock. It sounds like foie gras. I've never had foie gras. That's kind of neat that they have you find it. So we need to put...
I can't use these things together.
We gotta put them on the rock. Do I do all of them? Yeah, you said we need samples. And now the powder.
Well?
Wait for it.
We wait. Okay.
Sure gets dark quickly around here.
I don't think this is a natural occurrence, Max. In fact, I think we're witnessing a celestial convergence of some sort.
Do you think it'll make that rock look more like a frog?
Okay. Okay.
This means something, Sam.
That's pretty funny. Go to Bumpusville. I wonder what it could mean.
It's a Conroy world after all.
If we ever get this rich and famous, I want you to shoot me, Sam.
Okay.
It'll be a pleasure. Bumpusville.
It's more like star logic because we use the stars to write out a message. Just go in the house.
Cripes. Hey, Max, take a look at this.
It's titled Me, Myself, and I.
Hey, you learned how to read.
Okay, so this way? I have no idea. I was pointing. It's Raby!
This is Conroy's first guitar. It says here that he practiced diligently for 2 weeks, then gave it up and hired a backup band.
That story warms the cockles of my heart.
So do car crashes. It's a portrait of John Muir.
Say, Sam, just who is John Muir?
Who's John Muir? Hey, guys, this dope doesn't know who John Muir is.
You gotta be kidding.
What a maroon.
What a dim cow poop.
Poop.
Sam, the dead animal heads are talking to me.
Where?
Up there.
Well?
There's a robot.
You really shouldn't tell fibs about dead animals, Max.
But...
Alright, Max
Stop
is losing
bugging
it.
me. I'm admiring this portrait of John Muir.
But who's John Muir?
Do you really want to know?
What is happening?
If you'll stop talking, sure.
Okay, hit it, boys. There once was a man named John Muir.
A naturalist, noble and pure.
What is
There's
happening?
love for all beasties.
The most and the leasties.
Has never been equaled.
For sure.
What? Did they want to be labeled edutainment, or are they making fun of edutainment games?
Wow, it's
Okay.
Monster Truck Weekend.
This is a dope bed.
Happening every Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, I'm over the shock now.
I'm not, but I'm sure my gentle naivete will survive.
My truck.
It's a pillow, and it's got Miracle Grow hair tonic all over it.
Ew. I take.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What in the name of Jethro Clampett's going on in her?
Hey!
That hurts.
Knock it off.
And stay out.
I don't think that was the best way to get the toupee, Sam.
Okay, so we need to get the toupee somehow, but not that way.
I can't pick that up.
My truck. Dude, this is a sweet bed.
It looks like an official macro hard maintenance droid manual. If I had the slightest inclination to strain myself, I could probably reach it.
But we have a weird grabby thing.
However, I'm sure I can drag this out into a longer yet more satisfying experience.
Oh, okay, he's just gonna do it.
It's a broken golf ball retriever with...
What you doing?
Hang back, buddy, and observe my magic.
Magic. Yeah.
Oops.
Help me, it's getting too meta. I mean, then why are you playing? Why are you here watching LucasArts? Those are like insanely meta. "15 hours later."
Find out all you need to know?
Maybe. I got a little lost in the troubleshooting chapter. Oops. Too late.
Okay, so now we try to find her. Oh. Okay.
Now that I've read that ponderous manual, I can move the robot around like this.
I'm impressed.
That's nothing. Watch this.
Help me, Sam and Max. You're my only hope.
Okay, come on.
That was gratuitous.
Sorry. This might be more useful.
Okay. Oh, it's a brain! Ew.
I don't think the cute little robot wants to follow its new programming, Sam.
I don't recall giving it a cute little choice. There he goes.
I'm ripe with anticipation.
I thought I smelled something.
What the?
Oh.
How Pavlovian.
And you should know.
Oh, so now that he's distracted, we can go touch the toupee. Yes. Because he's a dog. Yep, jokes.
You again.
dang it. Okay.
That hurts.
Knock it off.
And stay out.
I think we have to avoid tripping the alarm, Sam.
Oh. Okay, so we have to figure out... So either way, the alarm will cause it to go off.
Sorry, guys, this exhibit's temporarily closed due to technical difficulties. Please exit the room.
That's the...
No problem.
Okay. Oh, that's them. Okay, so he's still in there, so we can distract him. We can go into that room where he was. I just realized that's the Bruno the Bigfoot, and
It's a virtual reality helmet.
oh, I can't wait to see what 1993 thought VR would be like.
This is virtual reality?
Oh
I may
my
be
gosh!
sick. This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
Oh my god, he's got a knife! Oh no, it ate me!
Well?
I didn't save the princess.
Oh.
What are you two doing here?
Leaving.
Bumpusville is proud to present the Master of Melody, the King of Country, Mr. Entertainment, Conroy Bumpus.
I hate floor shows.
I remember my childhood in Brighton, when dear old Dad would bounce me on his knee. He'd say, son, there ain't nothing as exciting as exposing beasts to inhumanity. That's why I'm happy to be king of the creatures. I'm proud to be the lord of the old. I love collecting things with grotesque features. It makes me feel like some Chaldean god. Oh, I trapped my first tiger before I could speak. Killed me a bear when I was 3. And now with this Bigfoot and giraffe-necked freak, I finally have a full menagerie. Hit it, boys!
Oh. It's like sad though.
It's tough to be a country western star.
It does kind of slap, but also I'm sad.
Thank you.
Your attention, please. Conroy Bumpus has left the building.
Hey, Trixie.
Oh, okay, she can't talk to us.
Looks like a keyhole to me. I can't pick that up. It's Bruno and Trixie.
Okay, so... Okay, talk to Lee Harvey? Okay.
Don't I know you?
I don't know. You ever in the Pensacola camp for problem children?
Oh, jeez.
No.
Well, that's where I spent most of the last 10 years, so I don't see how we could have met.
So, what's this Conroy Bumpus Yahoo really like?
Has he got any deep, dark secrets we can exploit for monetary gain?
Hey, don't be casting no aspirations toward Mr. Bumpus. He busted me out of the youth camp, gave me this high-paying $4.75 an hour job, taught me how to speak Swahili, found a baboon's heart for my sister's transplant operation, and he sings real pretty too.
So, what's all this virtual reality equipment for?
The way I understand it, Mr. Bumpus uses a sophisticated virtual reality scenario to interface with the mansion security system.
The devil, you say?
The devil! The devil!
Yeah, sometimes Mr. Bumpus lets me use the equipment. I pretend I'm over 100 feet tall and everyone else is like ants and I just squish, 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 squish.
Squish, squish.
We get the picture. Ah, skip it. Follow me, you Spielbergian robot. Let's try this again.
Why was that a dig at Spielberg?
Get along, little robot.
What the?
Okay.
He's not getting any smarter, is he?
So that means let's walk. I'm gonna save just in case I don't do this right. Dragon. Just in case I mess this up again. We'll just reload that save.
I still don't see what all the fuss is about.
Okay, again. We're just killing, we're just ripping Max's head off. Wait.
I still don't see what all the fuss is about.
Oh, maybe I'm using it on the sword and not the dragon. Okay. We'll try that. This is shockingly accurate to 3D. Yeah! I did it! Yay! Alright, we got it. Ew! So now we just have a real key?
Well?
I am the keymaster.
Does that come with a dental plan?
I don't know what you two critters are up to, but I want you out of here. Now!
So now we have the key. Oh, that, there was the keyhole in the other room. Yay! Okay.
Gee, thanks.
Whoa! It's quite a
Well, back
handshake.
to the circus with you.
I'm feeling a little morally conflicted about taking Bruno back to the circus.
I'm not. Let's go, you big lug.
Stay away from him, you malefactor.
I'm not a malefactor. I'm a lagomorph.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not going back to the circus, and I'm late for a party.
Oh yeah, the Bigfoot party. Where is it?
It's at Evelyn Morrison's Savage Jungle in picturesque Half-Life, Nevada.
Is that Half-Life reference?
And their dates?
Only.
Let's go.
I can take this? I'm John Muir. John Muir. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, poke his eyes out. Yeah. It's quite a fountain. Welcome.
This place is tiki-rific.
Tiki-rific?
Yeah, I feel
Podiatrically
immersed in
gifted.
native culture.
I just hope this place has authentic savage tiki drinks with that authentic tiki tang. Hey, aren't you Evelyn Morrison, famed B-movie star?
Yes, I am she.
I've seen all your movies.
My favorite was Robot Terror from Beyond the Galaxy.
Is that the one where the alien says, "Clam do Beretta Nimno"?
No, that's Vampirus in Prison.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like Evelyn Morrison's autograph?
Actually, we just want to ask a few questions.
Oh.
Evelyn Morrison is always available for interviews.
You haven't seen a short, self-absorbed, crazy-as-a-bedbug country western singing star around here, have you?
Oh, because like a podiatrist is
If
a
you mean
feet guy.
Conroy Bumpus, Evelyn Morrison had him ejected from the premises hours ago.
Why?
He was harassing Evelyn Morrison's guests.
Have you had any problems with the Bigfoots?
Evelyn Morrison has always worked well with grotesque creatures of the night.
I'll take that as a no, then. I'll get back to you later.
Evelyn Morrison will be here. In the meantime, why not take some of these brochures?
I love brochures.
They have Evelyn Morrison's autograph on them, making them must-have collectibles.
Thanks.
I hate it when you hum, Sam. It sounds like a high-voltage tower.
These are pamphlets for the Mount Rushmore Dinosaur Tar Pit and Bungee Jumping National Park in North Dakota, and someplace called the Celebrity Vegetable Museum in Goat Liver, Texas.
What? Celebrity Vegetable Museum? Oh, we get to go there!
I think I like the humming better.
What's up in there?
Big time Bigfoot party.
Well, see ya.
See ya.
So he looks like he's got some stuff going on with his feet. With this...
Stop.
What's up?
Only Sasquatches and their dates are allowed on the convention floor.
Here.
Oh, duh!
Ooh.
I don't like those faces.
This is great. Really great. I owe you guys.
What is making that noise?
I can't talk to that.
Oh, it's Sam. Okay. The tomato looks funny. We'll go here. Right. Sorry. What the heck?
What the holy mother of gourd is this?
Oh, isn't it obvious? I grow vegetables in the shapes of famous celebrities. For a small fee, I'll grow a vegetable from a photograph.
That's actually really hard. That's she's
Oh,
talented.
that would have been my second guess. What prompted that batch of Conroy heads over there?
Well, I was trying a new growth hormone for some of my more distinguished personalities when I realized it was no good. Now it won't stop. They just keep growing like that. Big misshapen growths on top reminded me of Conroy Bumpus, so I ran a special.
Okay. Oh, and we have a picture of a celebrity.
Well, bye.
We've got this guy.
What do you make of this?
Famed naturalist John Muir, huh? This looks like a zucchini squash to me. I can do this, but it'll take a short while.
I can't pick that up.
Which one of these guys is the walrus?
The celery stalk. I can't believe Harrison actually agreed to this.
It is a stunning likeness, though.
It's amazing what they can do with mushrooms. Remaindered Conroy Bumpus eggplants.
I guess his 15 minutes of fame are about up.
I don't think she'd want that.
Can I just take one? Okay.
What detail?
See the carrot leaning out of the book depository?
Never mind that. What about the string beans behind the fence on the grassy knoll?
Oh no! Ew! Oh my god.
Look, a 70 million year old statue with no graffiti.
I thought it was missing something. Where's the crayons?
No way.
Why not?
You're artistically inept.
Oh.
Can I just paint his toenails red?
Maybe later.
Alright. Hold on. Okay.
I've seen hair like this somewhere before.
Your butt?
No, this hair has the same coarseness as Sasquatch hair.
You don't suppose they skin Sasquatches to make this cheesy roadside attraction?
Who knows? More importantly, who cares?
Paint his nails red? How do I do that? Oh my god. Are we gonna cover this with the woolly mammoth hair?
Hey, Max.
I need you to steal some stuff, Max.
Hey, what?
I've got a job for those mighty incisors of yours.
What?
See that woolly mammoth?
What about it?
Stop playing dumb and get chomping.
Yeah, chomp it. The world is not ready for your artistic ideas, Max. It's a sadder world because of it. Yeah, we're just not ready.
Fine work, Max. Now we've got more full woolly mammoth hair than we'll ever need, and we've learned an important lesson.
Oh my god, he shaved like half of it.
Yeah, the woolly mammoths died of embarrassment.
Oh my gosh, they don't... Okay, can we combine...
It might be nice to have a hairy Stiltwalker's costume, but I've got nothing to keep the hair stuck to the suit.
Okay. So we'll need something sticky. We're at a tar pit! Ah!
Hi, I'm Wally, the woolly mammoth. I may be extinct now, but during the Ice Age, I was king of the mammals. Hi, I'm Wally, the woolly mammoth.
my name is Rex, the Thunder Lizard. During the late Jurassic period, I was king of the dinosaurs. As you can see, my tiny forearms are quite useless. But I more than make up for it with my powerful tail, my muscular legs, and my savage razor-sharp teeth. Some people make fun of me because I've got a brain the size of a walnut. But they usually stop making fun of me after I eat them.
Yep, that'll do it.
Hi, my name is Rex, the Thunder Lizard. During the late Jurassic period, I was king of the dinosaurs.
Okay, hold on. I want to, I want to share a little treat. Look at how cute my cat's being right now. Oh, she's so sleepy. Alright. I'm sorry, I was just distracted. Actually, it's speculated that TX was primarily a scavenger.
It's a fearsome maw. It's a fearsome maw.
Wait, now
It's
that
91 yards of...
We can! Lasso!
I haven't got enough leverage from here to pull out a tooth.
Whoa. But does Max... Nice.
We finally got the tooth.
The whole tooth?
Nothing but the tooth?
Nothing but.
Ha. Boo.
This place evokes a sense of wonder.
The tar pits? Ew.
You have to wonder.
I must be this tall. Okay, Max is also tall enough. Okay, can I talk to... Oh.
Are you in charge here?
Yes, I'm an Olympic bungee jumper and I know everything there is to know about bungee jumping.
Olympic bungee jumping?
Well, she sounds sure.
What do I do?
The principles are important to master. Get a safety harness from behind that little screen over there. Once that's on, it's important that you jump from the board toward the pit of tar below.
Okay.
But I'm sure a great big hunk of fur like yourself would have no problem.
Oh.
Yeah, sounds easy.
Okay.
Looks dangerous.
Bye.
So long, cutie.
Okay, okay, she...
Quit that.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
He put
It
his
fits
suit
you
on.
just fine.
Okay, stop with the kissy
Ooh,
faces.
stand back.
please.
She may pounce.
It's a danger I face every day. So, Max, what do you think?
A regular 007.
Are you sure?
Clint, baby, would be nervous. But get moving. I'm beginning to think you're stalling.
Why would I be stalling? I'm only
Clint.
terrified.
Baby.
Who's stalling? I'm just waiting for my buddy to come here and check out this spectacular view.
So, do I want to use... I've got this cup.
I can't use these things together.
Oh, we can't reach. Oh, but what if we put...
It's a large, sturdy Snucky's.
Extendo cup. Go! Yeah! So now we have... Now we can make a suit. Alright, we'll use the changing area, get out. We'll use the tar with
Now
the
the
suit.
costume is covered with tar.
And then we'll use hair.
Now we've got a Stiltwalker's costume covered with tar and faux woolly mammoth hair.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And maybe our vegetable is done. I'm so bad at the clicking thing. I always like over click. Alright, let's talk to her. Is she done? Am I beautiful yet?
Where's my John Muir vegetable?
Here you go, son. A zucchini squash that looks just like
I'm actually very
John Muir.
impressed.
Gee,
I don't know how
thanks,
she does
man.
it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who's this? Is that Hitchcock? Oh. Maybe we can take the toupee because we have a head net. We can replace it. Wow, no one closed this door. Well, like Indiana Jones it. Because this is a LucasArts game.
It's an eggplant that looks somewhat like...
Yup. Of course. Thanks, LucasArts. Aha, references are funny. Wait, that didn't work?
Hey!
That hurts!
Knock it off!
Oh.
And stay out.
Did we get it? Oh, we got it!
It's Conroy's toupee.
Okay. So we want to go to the jungle. Jungle Inn.
It says, "Igavasnyelgitni."
Close enough for jazz. Let's go.
Ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. So now we have our costume.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things
How do
together.
I wear it?
I guess we could try it on.
Okay. Oh, there's a changing room. Okay.
Gee, that's really close. But you guys need something to cover that bunny fella's face.
Oh, it's not good enough? Oh!
Okay, I've attached Conroy Bumpus' toupee to the Stiltwalker's costume.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna look so good.
I guess we could try it on.
Oh my god. Oh my
Hey,
god.
that's a downright nice Sasquatch costume. I'll let you guys in with that one.
Oh, this is great. Okay.
Looks like something important's happening.
Hundreds of years ago, it was becoming apparent that our time was running out.
I definitely can't tell it was the
Yet
same
we
voice
were
actor.
slow to heed the warnings of impending doom. The seemingly slow encroachment of mankind and all that his many living styles entail seemed like a vague and distant problem. A problem for future generations of Yeti to solve. Blithely, we sat back, ignoring our own inner call for action. Tradition and the status quo were our excuses for complacency. The certainty of not just losing our way of life, but possibly our very lives, and the demise of our entire race is now becoming a reality. A reality we can no longer choose to ignore. As it turns out, the humans and their technology are moving faster than we are, much faster than we had anticipated. And so we now face the final crisis. Unless we pull together, not just acknowledging the need for change, but embracing change not just with our hearts and our minds, but with our actions, we will fall behind, moving backward into extinction.
That's bad.
Well, back to the music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What choreography?
Alright, thank you so much for stopping by.
Hey, baby, what's your sign?
Thanks.
Property of Vanuatu.
Vanuatu?
Vanuatu. The Bigfoot chief. The guy who just gave that speech. My husband.
Don't sweat it, Junior. If I had a tree for every time a teenage Bigfoot's made a drunken pass at me, we surely wouldn't be in the mess we're in today.
Not really. Adieu.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh, this is the bathroom?
It's a freezer.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
It's an ice pick.
Ice pick. Ice pick. Alright, so what do we... Ah, okay.
Yikes! Well, 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 a Bigfoot.
Oh no, I need that.
Sure is a scrawny feller.
A Bigfoot in the hand is worth two in the bush, Lee Harvey.
Sorry, boss.
Think nothing of it, old chap. Now, be a good lad and pop off to the bus and get the net.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bumpus.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Okay,
Don't make a move.
do I take off the costume?
Don't make a move.
Okay,
There's something you should know, Bumpus.
Oh, that's how we take it off. Okay.
You again?
I left the net back in Bumpusville.
Forget the net. We're gonna disguise ourselves as a Bigfoot.
Why?
So we can infiltrate their ranks, learn their ways, and pick them off at our leisure.
Oh.
And no funny stuff, dog boy.
Yeah.
Close it.
Stop squirming, you oaf.
Hey.
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Yeah.
But what?
Help me with my zipper.
Hey, Max, why don't you make yourself useful?
There we go. Okay.
That was fun.
Now future generations will be able to enjoy his atonal warblings.
Oh my gosh.
Are there any more shrimp balls back here? Who are you?
We're the Freelance Police.
We just saved your collective hash.
Really? Then I guess it'd be okay to make you honorary Yeti Chief.
Yay, Yeti Chief.
Walk this way. Can I have your attention, please? Although it's our tradition to allow only Bigfoots and their dates to these gatherings, these two have shown themselves worthy of our gratitude and our trust.
These are a naive people.
And so I'm granting them the title of Honorary Bigfoot Chief. So don't mess with them.
Yay!
That's it? Honorary Bigfoot Chief? Where's the cash?
I also want cash.
We don't want Bigfoot money, Max. It's probably made of tree bark or something.
But what if it's just cash?
I know, but it's the principle of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You may now wander freely about the convention floor without concern for your health.
Yay!
Gee, thanks. Think nothing of it. Follow me. Since you have proven yourselves to be friends of the Yeti, I have brought you here to share in our biggest secret. These great totem poles have been gathered from across the world and passed down from generation to generation of Bigfoots.
Okay.
Like fruitcake.
Yeah, like
We believe they hold the answer to our ultimate salvation, but the secret of their purpose is a riddle we've been unable to fathom. Sounds heavy.
Like fruitcake.
It's real heavy.
Like fruit.
Bruno.
I will not take the fruitcake
Like
slander.
fruitcake.
Why aren't you at the party?
Who can party while their world comes to an end?
Most of your mange-ridden brethren, apparently. I told you it was a bad idea to spike the punch.
I thought it would loosen up everyone's imagination.
Wait,
no wonder we're
everyone's-
facing extinction.
Oh no, everyone's tanked. Oh no.
Okay, guys, here's the situation. The Bigfoot way of life is rapidly going down the tubes.
Okay.
These totem poles might be able to save us, but A, we don't know what they mean. B, most of us have been partying too much to figure out what they mean. And C, we Bigfoots have a hard time operating in public, if you know what I mean.
We wouldn't normally be asking for help, but we're desperate.
Well, that's how we get most of our gigs, so why not? Great. Why don't you three get
They're
cracking
drunk,
on the
like
totem
fruitcakes,
poles? I'm
yeah.
going to the hot tub.
Well, I want to go to the hot tub. Hot tub stream. Okay.
Dentistry? A patron saint of Bigfoots? Yep, that's Bruno, the veritable holy grail of our mission. What is this, some kind of tornado?
Oh! The dinosaur tooth
Dentistry?
we have. Oh, John Muir. Okay.
A patron saint of Bigfoots? Looks like a before and
Okay, so
after
we just
shot.
need.
What is this,
just-
some kind of tornado?
So. Where was the tooth?
I can't use these things together.
Oh, we just need them. Okay, we don't. And we have Bruno frozen. Some kind of vortex. How do I get out of here?
Okay, Sam, he's here, we're here. Let's go.
Wait, go where?
Back to the carnival so we can get paid, you big lummox.
I may be slow, but I am not stupid. I'm staying right here.
Psst, Max.
What?
Maybe we should wait a while before returning Bruno to his well-meaning yet horribly twisted owners.
Why?
Because I have a sick, gnarled premonition that something important's going to happen to the Bigfoots. And it would be nice if Bruno were here to see it before we slapped him back in a block of ice.
Okay. So.
You're getting soft, Sam.
We've decided to let you roam free until the end of the convention.
Gee, thanks. Is there anything I can do for you in return?
What do you make of that totem pole on the far left?
Let me take a look.
Well?
It's a totem pole.
And?
It's made of wood.
It's not too late to take him back to the carnival, you know.
Oh, that's all he has to say about it?
Any keen Bigfoot insights into the totem pole with a tooth on it?
He's not gonna help us?
I've been staring at that one for hours, and...
Yes?
I think it has something to do with teeth.
That's the one I need help with. They won't...
I'm not holding my breath, but do you have any clue who the guy in the third totem pole is?
Nope. He sure seems to get along with vegetables, though.
Sam, the guy in that pole's got a marshmallow.
Okay, he's not smart.
So?
I want a marshmallow.
Max, you are a marshmallow. See that totem pole?
What about it?
What do you think it means?
I've got it.
What did you tell them?
I told them to start looking for bald guys with spaghetti on their heads.
Okay.
Be
All right.
seeing you.
Not if I see you first.
How do we get out of here? Oh, to get okay, to get to the hot tub. We'll see. Okay, we'll do the hot tub stream. There we go. That's where you click. Okay.
Can you spare a second? Not really. But since you're saving my species from extinction, what the heck? What do you make of the first totem pole? As you know, this is a problem that I've been working on for many years. Research strongly suggests this totem pole to be representative of the whirlwind nature of us Bigfoots. Wild and always moving.
Okay.
What's your take on the second totem pole? I'm glad you asked. You see, I believe that it represents the sharp edge of ancient history, the fantastic staying power of the Yeti people over the millennia. How does the third pole figure into the scheme of things? Let me be very clear. That pole constitutes the harmony from the coexistence of two similar beings, a harmony that springs from mutual respect and understanding. What does the fourth totem pole represent? I'm asked that very question all the time. My answer, rapid growth.
Oh, his hair stuff. Oh, we have, we need something dead, something of the head, something of the thread, and something of the body. Is that...
We'll be back.
Wait, wrong game?
I'll be here.
Oh, Monkey Island. Okay, I haven't played the Monkey Island games yet. That's on the list, though. So we have... That's the rapid growth. That's the hair growth. So we have that. We just need whatever this one is. So it's like a... It's like a something. Like a whirlwind, eh? Yeah.
She's not my type.
Okay. Oh, we can grab this.
Chateau Sasquatch 92. A very bad year.
Oh, jeez. What happened in 92? I mean, that's when this game came out. The game came out in 93. Can we open it?
I don't think the ice pick will remove the cork.
Okay, it won't.
I can't use these.
Oh. Cause it's not.
He looks happy
bent.
in a gluttonous kind of
And
way.
we gotta go back to the restaurant guy because he can bend stuff with his mind. Cause 90s.
Gotta go.
Mahalo, dude.
I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay. Bum 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 bum. He was in the ball of twine. Bum ba 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 bum bum.
Shake a leg, Max. This is a...
Bend.
Could you bend this?
Bend.
Sure. Let's see it. How's that?
Oh no, it's a corkscrew.
That seems to have gotten the cork off.
Yay!
Shall we raise a toast to nuclear disarmament?
With this poison? Don't be silly.
Okay. So we have a cork now. And this was missing the cork.
That seems to have capped the snow globe. It's an empty snow globe with a cork stopper.
Okay. So we have the stopper now. And then, wasn't there that, like, weird machine?
I've got to use this elevator.
Stop clicking too much. Okay. There's that weird machine in the weird vortex house. Bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum. I'm just kind of reminded of that part in the book American Gods, where it's just like, in Europe, if someone felt a lot of like energy coming from an area, they would build like a temple. But in America, if they got like inspired to do something, they would build a roadside attraction. That's what I'm getting from this game. Quack, quack, quack. I need to watch the rest of that series. I only watched about Mini Vortex.
That might be a good idea, but perhaps I should wait until the vortex is running.
So how do we get it?
Can we try the vortex?
Yeah, well, I listened to the audiobook.
Step right in.
I listened to the audiobook and I really liked it. And I've watched the first season of the show. I haven't watched the second season yet. Yep, this place is magical. Let's build the biggest artificial crocodile statue. Yep. Oh. Oh, we're capturing it.
Wow, the snow globe actually sucked in the pseudo-mystical energies of the mystery vortex.
Ooh.
I was hoping something like that would happen.
I saw that they made the leprechaun hot and was like, no, not for me. I really liked what they did with the first season. It's like, it's kind of weird to adapt in the modern age because one of the big plot points in the beginning is that direct deposit doesn't exist. So it's hard to do that in modern times because there's like a scam involving like taking people's like overnight envelopes to deposit. Let's go this way, please. Okay, so we have everything, so we go back to here. Bum 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 bum. So we think we have everything. How do we... So how do we do all of this when we have everything?
I can't
give
use
him to
these
the
things
chief?
together.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, it would be appropriate though. I forget how they rationalized it. But I mean, it was just like, it's one of the hard things about an adaptation.
I believe we've deduced the secret of one of your totem poles. Hit me.
Papa. Oh, we're just making like a big old soup. Big soup.
The combination of man and nature. Inventive.
Is it soup yet?
Was Chernobog still an old man? He was the guy with the hammer, right? I honestly can't remember. I just remember liking it. My brain is pudding. Oh, the vortex.
I think I figured out one of the totem poles. Let me see.
Again, I guess someone at the office really had a decent Jimmy Stewart impression, so they were like, wanna voice a character? Ooh. Ooh.
A handheld vortex. Good thinking.
Thinking had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, thinking had nothing to do with it, yeah. What was that? Oh, dinosaur tooth.
Hey, Chiefy Poo. I think I figured out one of those
Yeah, it's quite a
baffling
dance.
totem poles. A genuine dinosaur tooth. I figured it might be something like that.
Did he say genuine?
And then, oh god, what was the other one? Oh, the hair growth stuff.
Hey, Mr. Chief, we found something that might tie into your totem poles. Yeah? What is it? Hair growth tonic. Very resourceful.
We just like stealing pillows.
Well, that should do it, right?
Nothing's happening, Sam.
What's the story, Pops?
I don't know. I'm sure you got the ingredients right, but... Of course, how silly of me.
What?
What? What do
In
you
order
do?
for the spell to work, we need a living Bigfoot sacrifice.
Oh.
It'd be a shame to lose one of these furry fellas, don't you think?
Oh my god, are we gonna sacrifice?
Wait, I've got an idea, and it doesn't require high explosives. Wait here.
While he's gone, I'll go see if any of the Bigfoots wants to off themselves for the greater good.
Oh, to wanna off themselves. They're frozen! Oh yeah, that's totally a Bigfoot. Big tree! Wait. Are we returning to Bigfoot? Are we returning to Bigfoot? That's better than return to monkey.
Well, that was one heck of an impressive display.
And actually highly destructive to boot.
Goodbye, Sam and Max. I'm not sure how I could ever thank you, so I guess I won't.
Will you and Trixie be heading back into the forest to live an idyllic, nature-oriented existence together?
Hell no. We're going to Vegas to get hitched. If it hasn't been trashed by all this crazy redwood nonsense.
Wait, so there's redwoods all across
We
America?
want to be in a place where we can sort of blend in, live our lives, maybe even raise a family.
Ew.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, you nutsy primitive man-beast, you.
You boys should be proud of what you've helped us achieve here today.
You mean the wholesale destruction of the symbols of modern civilization in the western United States? You bet we are.
Do we win a prize?
Well, oh, why not? This medallion has been a part of my family for untold generations. Wear it in good health.
Thanks, Chief. Max loves cheap sentiment.
I do too. Oh, we just ate it. Oh no.
Oil-covered chocolatey goodness.
It was made of chocolate.
What's wrong, Sam?
I don't think the wizard has anything in that bag for me.
No.
Well, I could give you my ritual headdress that I bought at Snucky's last week.
I appreciate the gesture, but I've already got a hat.
Well, that's fine too. Farewell, Sam and Max. Remember, though the night be dark, the dawn yet shall awaken and annoy you. Have a nice day.
I'll miss that old rascal.
I'll miss the way he smelled like a bag full of damp hamster shavings. Just like Grandpa. Hey, we forgot to get paid.
Oh, beans.
Don't worry, little buddy. I've got it all covered.
Did we kill two people?
I hope you're happy. With those idiots on the case, we'll probably never see Bruno again.
Oh, lighten up, Burl. Hey, they're back.
Did you find Bruno?
Of course.
Bruno!
How can we ever repay you?
The blank looks on your faces are the only reward we need.
And also money.
That and a big fat check.
Yeah.
Would you settle for 3,000 skee-ball tickets?
Maybe.
Close enough.
Yep.
Let's go, Max. You know, Max, I can't help thinking that we've foolishly tampered with the fragile inner mechanisms of this little spaceship we call Earth.
Probably.
Gosh, Sam, if a few hundred years of civilization have to be totaled just to ensure that a bunch of smelly quasi-human creatures have a safe haven for their disgusting lifestyles, then so be it.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
You crack me up, little buddy.
Burl, did Bruno always have 4 arms?
Yes. Oh! Is that Bubsy? Aw, pro gamers. Tentacle! I don't know that one. I'll let Max shoot some. Oh, it's voodoo? Also a lot of Bubsies. I like the little tentacle with its arms. Alright guys, pro gamer. I think that's everything. Oh, lunchtime catering. Thanks, Hal Barnwood. Drinks with the Priestess by Brian Moriarty. Oh, those are those are songs. Is that everything? Brian Moriarty helping the most amazing games. Harry and the Earth Tones. And George Lucas. You can stop now! No! No, I'm going to keep going. It's over. We're leaving. Okay, so we lied. Is there gonna be more text? Oh, I've done it now for real? Okay. All right. Thank you everyone who stopped by. Oh, thank you. That was a fun game. That one was fun. All right. Oh, yeah, I like that one. That one was a lot different from Day of the Tentacle and the other ones we've played so far. I like it. Had a different vibe. Words are hard. I'm hiccuping. So I think next week I'm gonna play The Colonel's Bequest by Sierra, because I own that one. I think a bunch of them were. It was a bit more adult while being very still. Yeah, like there were adult jokes, but not in what we kind of understand them as now. Yeah, so we have the Colonel's Bequest, and then after that, the Dagger of Amon-Ra, and then we'll kind of see where we go from there, because we have a lot more. There's a lot more to play, but those are the next two I own. Yeah, I'm really enjoying playing through all these games. Yeah, thank you everyone who stopped by. There's some new people. Thank you. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm gonna go plant my seedlings in my garden. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Tomorrow at noon EST, I'm gonna continue playing Subnautica Below Zero. I'm gonna keep playing that game because I love it. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Thank you. All right, let's see who can we raid. Oh, we have Sunny. We've Sunny's birthday stream. Is that still going? Oh no, what is I don't think I know. Oh, it's over? Okay. All right. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. We were pro gaming too much. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, a dragon VTuber. Yukiti. Let's do that. Let's rate her. Alright, I hope I can see you guys tomorrow. Thank you everyone who stopped by. There will be a new schedule up, I don't know, sometime tomorrow for next week. Yeah, thank you everyone who stopped by. I hope, again, have a wonderful day. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.